Ayyo, Jit, how are you, man?
Sir, fine, sir.
I think you are not there in the last class, I guess.
No, sir, I attend last class.
Oh, that's great then. I guess everyone is fine and doing great. In our place, we are every day praying, Sun, please give us some kind of relief from the extreme heat and temperatures. What about your locations? Still, you are feeling
Good evening,
any
sir.
Aarti?
Yes, sir.
I
Uh,
I guess how is temperatures in Kolkata region in West Bengal? School.
40 degrees, sir. 40 degree, it's cool.
Oh, Deepak, 40 means you are better, man. We are having 45, 46. You know.
Sir, in the afternoon or 12 o'clock when you're outside, it's not better at all.
Okay. Even though you are lucky, you people are lucky, in fact.
There is a cyclone generation in the Arabian Sea, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hope you are able to see the screen, I guess, Deepak.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
good. If any in case of difficulties, please let me know and we'll start. So I will covering the first session of today's. I mean this year. After prelims, June 1st to June 5th. Okay. Until yesterday, I will cover some important aspects, and I will be covering two micro mains topics, not exactly questioning areas, and some prelims topic also. Let us start. The first article is China mission to with first civilian reaches space. See this article has to be seen from first and foremost. Those who are reading newspaper in initial stages, those who are experienced people also. First and foremost, you should identify under which topic it will be covered. Under which topic of civil service examination this topic will be covered. This topic will be covered under General Studies Paper 2. Okay. General Studies Paper 2 of Civil Service Examination in the name of International Relations. Okay. In the name of International Relations, it will be covered. It will be in the Civil Service Examination mains, my dears. In prelims point of view, it will be covered under events of international importance. Okay. And even in General Studies Paper 3, it will be covered under space. Okay. So we understood the primary thing, that is under which papers it will be covered. So primary duty was completed for all of us. Now the second important thing is what were the things we should focus. Now we may not remember these names. It is not possible also for remembering Chinese names. Difficult. If you are preparing for China Civil Service examination, of course you are not allowed to write also. If you are preparing for it, you can prepare them. If Indian Civil Service examination, don't give high attention to the names. Okay. Now, what is important, sir? It is important that China is now developing one space station against ISS. So China even developed Tiangong. So this name is important for us. So China is now developing Tiangong. Okay, Tiangong, in which there is a core. The core of the Tiangong is called as Tinhai. So the names can be given in the prelims paper. Tiangong and Tinhai, sometimes in news, they are associated with. It is a space station of China. We got a clarity about the core of the article. Okay, we got a clarity about the core of the article, and we are clear about it now itself. But my dear friends, we have to understand what is this ISS. It is not in the news, it is not in the paper also, but still we should have a clarity about it so that we will get an idea about what is Tiangong automatically. Okay, so I repeat once again, we came to know from the newspaper article a space station called as Tiangong I quoted here, Tiangong is the space station of China, which is the core of the Tiangong is called as Pinhai. But my concern is, what do you mean by space station? Now, International Space Station is a kind of man-made system placed in the low Earth orbit. Okay, placed in the low Earth orbit. So any space station closely, I mean, the space station right now located in the space, that is International Space Station located in the low Earth orbit. It is a joint project, my dear friends. This is the most confusing point for all of our aspirants. It is not led by only USA. It has USA. It has even Russia. It had even Russia. It had Japan, even Europe, and even Canada. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members are there. I repeat again, it has the countries like Russia, USA, Russia, Europe, Canada, and even Japan. These are the 5 countries involved in the space station. Okay, so it will try to do experiments. It will try to help the astronauts, so on and so forth. Okay, this is the stuff which we have to understand about International Space Station. So what I want to confirm here, a space station will assist the, in simple words, it will assist the astronauts or cosmonauts. Don't worry about it. Astronauts are called as, the people who will go to space from America, and the cosmonauts are the people who will go to space from Russia. Okay, so that is one thing I can tell you. Now China even sending its own people. These people are not called as astronauts or even cosmonauts. They are called as, with their own name. They had their own name called as Taikong. Okay, there is a word called as taikonaut. They are called as taikonaut. Okay, so taikonauts are the people who went to the space from China itself. Now this is the things I can confirm you from the article. Okay, so we now have Tiangong that is going. So now this is the one explanation about the article. Second explanation you can see here. First, civilian space, people who are going to space. Okay, and here I want to confirm that these people became the, I guess these people became the very prominent issue because they are going from China itself, the first Asian country sending them. You know very well, in my previous classes we discussed about Gaganyaan. Okay, Gaganyaan is the first man mission to space from India. Okay, space from India. Very soon we are going to have this Gaganyaan. So this you can easily understand Gaganyaan issue. I already mentioned about one special robot here, Vyom Mitra. So Vyom Mitra is a specially designed robot which will help the astronauts. So Vyoma Mitra, a female robot which will help the astronauts in fixing any electrical errors, in fixing some kind of issues in the space. Done, my dear friends. So this is the article. I hope you came to know different things here. To extend next level, so this is a competition to USA. If there is a question asking you about write the developments with respect to Cold War 2.0, if there is a question, do you agree Cold War politics are repeating in India? Discuss. Okay, for this you can watch my video in your YouTube channel in GEO IAS Academy. There is a YouTube, there is one video called as Cold War 2.0. You can watch it, you will get a better clarity regarding Cold War issues. Okay, ma? So this is the story of the article. How many of you got a clarity? And if you have any doubts, I'm very happy to answer. I will wait for 30 seconds. Any doubts? I will just open up and then we will have a discussion. Hope you got a clarity about how to read the article. Don't focus about how many things you remember. Okay. आपको जो याद करना है तो याद हो जाएगा, लेकिन बात है कि did you get a clarity about what to read from this kind of
Sir,
articles?
can you repeat once, like how to? I some issue with this, sir. Joined a bit late.
Shekhar, you can tell in Hindi, I can understand.
सर थोड़ा लेट हो गया ज्वाइन करने.
हाँ, तो पूजा पूजा फिर शुरू करना है, तो हम करेंगे गणानान्त्वा गणपति कुम्भवाय. Okay. No issue, Shekhar. The thing is, I'm explaining the article regarding China is going to send a first man-made people, first group of people from China itself. So these are the people, you can remember the faces. Very difficult to remember, I guess. But anyway, try to remember the names. Very, very foolish decision. Don't try to remember names also. China sending people to the moon from its own space station itself. So the space station name is Tiangong. The core of the space station is called as Tinhai. Why I'm telling the two names? Two names are important. UPSC simply can ask you Tiangong and Tinhai associated with which of the following. So that is the thing. Second thing is I explained about what is International Space Station. Then I told that is International Space Station placed in the low Earth orbit in the space, and a group of countries are there. And India, I explained India's mission called as Gaganyaan and a robo called as Vyom Mitra. This is what I explained briefly. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
It's not okay. That's it. So now the second important article, which is right now in the news, is NATO deployed in Kosovo Serb. You can see here Kosovo Serb. Okay, this is the Kosovo here, and right now it is deployed here. I want to confirm here. Look at this in your own atlas. If you have your own atlas, look at this. If you don't have an atlas, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, then Google it. But whatever I have to ask you, you have to locate it. Why I'm telling you to locate it is because these countries are very interesting to know. You know, these countries will say they are democratic countries, but they will still fight for the ethnic clashes. Right now, Kosovo recently conducted some municipal elections. Don't try to remember, okay? Just have an idea. In that, a group of Albanian people elected their own mayor. And this was not a happy decision for Serbians. And now they are fighting each other. And these two people are fighting each other. It's a part of NATO, in fact. So NATO forces were deployed here. Interestingly, people started to fight NATO forces also. They clashed with NATO forces. Almost more than a half a dozen NATO forces soldiers were affected in this meeting. Sir, is this important to remember? Nothing is important to remember except this location. Okay, sir. Anything else? Yes. NATO. The only I believe this is the only organization which is the prime reason for one of the main reason for not prime reason, one of the main reason for the Russia-Ukraine conflict. So what are the things we should remember from NATO? 1949 Washington Conference. 1949 Washington Conference. At the time, Harry S. Truman announced this force with 13 members. With 13 members, NATO was created. Headquarters, Brussels. And recently, last year, I think this year itself, 31st member added with the name of Finland. With the name of Finland. But what they will do? What they will do? My dear friends, it is purely a security bloc. Purely a security bloc, meaning they don't have any kind of any kind of political, any kind of economical issues. Purely they are security related aspect. What they will do? It works on the principle called as collective security. I want to bring your notice here. That is in one of the exam in Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission, they asked this question: which among the following works on the collective security? They gave UN, they gave WTO, they gave WHO, they gave NATO. So people who read only these things, they will definitely not answer this exact point. Okay. So you should remember what do you mean by collective. I will explain what is mean by collective security. But before that, I repeat once again, 1949 Washington Conference and what is Washington Convention. Washington Conference, what is Washington Convention under the president of Harry S. Truman began this NATO with 13 members. Today it is 31 members. Headquarters Brussels. But what is collective security is about? If one among the 31 members is affected or attacked, entire 31 members will go on attacking him. So this is collective security. So if one member affected, entire team members will go and attack it. Okay. So this is what I can tell you very clearly. I want to confirm here. So when a member is affected by any other member, entire team will attack them. This is quite important one. Do remember that. Okay, ma? Bolo, ma?
Sir, this collective security feature is nominal or it really works?
Just repeat again.
Collective security feature is nominal or it works in reality also?
In reality, it works. I will give you an example. In 9/11 attacks, when a 9/11 attack was happened against USA, entire NATO members attacked the Afghanistan in the name of Operation Enduring Freedom. They conducted a combined operation in Libya. Understood? So that is one important thing. It will work. Collectively, it will work. You should see, America is the only country affected by Al Qaeda and Taliban in 9/11. But all the NATO members combinedly did all the nasty things in Afghanistan. Okay. So it works. Anvesha, it works. Okay, ma? So now we got a clarity. What is NATO? How many members are there? Who is the recent member? And we also came to know about who is the president established this.
Excuse me, sir.
Just a second, Srinjay. One home task to you is find out the Secretary General of NATO. Okay, who is the Secretary General of NATO? Yes, go ahead, Srinjay.
Sir, if this protocol is not followed, then is the matter pushable to ICJ?
No way. NATO is completely independent. ICJ or ICC doesn't have any kind of command over NATO.
Okay.
Because ICJ, which is the body of United Nations, it works only between the countries or the organizations. It doesn't involve members in the sense any individual member or any individual person. I will give you an example. You know, one typical case which is a conflict between India and Pakistan is an issue of one Indian spy. Can you remember that Kulbhushan Jadhav, Indian Navy officer, he was arrested by Pakistan way back in 2015-16. And that issue, Pakistan immediately announced the capital punishment to Kulbhushan Jadhav. India went to ICJ. So India went to ICJ against Pakistan. So individual countries can go to the ICJ, but you cannot go and raise questions over individual persons. So let us say if American soldiers are not involving in operations, they don't compel them, in fact. Okay.
Okay, sir. I
Okay.
was just wondering of safeguard mechanisms if any of these such or NATO violations, if it takes place,
No
it
safeguard.
doesn't take place.
No safeguard, in fact. See,
Yes, sir.
that is
On mutual agreement. Yes, sir.
yeah, absolutely. That is one failure of United Nations. There is United Nations Secretary General, but NATO is still powerful lobby. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
One more country is close to join, Nana, that is Sweden. So Sweden is one more country close to join. So Finland and Sweden, they are now interested. Finland joined already. Sweden is on the way. So you should remember all these facts. So whenever NATO is in news, your brain should recollect all these facts. It doesn't happen in one day. I will tell you very purely, never happen in one day. You should revise more and more. That is where the people will get the problem. They will read once and they will think that they will become collector next day, and they will never read again. Revision is the most important thing, Nana. So please locate Kosovo. The issue is only Kosovo, but I explained the NATO and everything. See, if I tell this again to you, it will take at least 30 seconds. NATO, Washington Conference, 1949, President Harris Truman, Brussels, Finland recently joined here, collective security. That's it. For reading, for explaining to you, I took almost 10 minutes. Okay, I'm waiting 20 seconds now. Want your response? Any doubts? I'm going to the main topic, today's main topic issue. $20 seconds. Okay. So the biggest topic which I can tell you that which in the news is train accident. Okay. So very unfortunate one. Really felt like anything. The biggest thing is, people are unable to identify the dead bodies. That is very difficult, that is very painful part for families. Whatever, incident happened, I'm not going to discuss who is wrong and who is correct, but I'm going to tell you the major challenges in the railways and the suggestions with respect to the railway production. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a list of challenges, okay, regarding this topic. Okay, so why Indian rails or Indian trains are subject for many accidents? Why we are facing this kind of incidents in India again and again? Okay, as it is not even new also. Okay, the biggest accident happened in 1981. My dear friends, 750 plus people died in Bihar train. 750, not a small number. Okay, so of course we should not see only these people. Even British India also had same kind of thing. So now we will try to understand why these accidents are happening repeatedly in India. For this, I referred almost different, different things and different newspapers also. And I will try to provide them at one place. The first and foremost challenge we have here is international railway zone. According to International Railway Journal, Indian railways had mostly clogged routes, meaning highly congested routes. Okay, highly congested routes. You can understand the same route used by civilian railways and even goods. Okay, And even army people also use the same thing. So the same kind of the same clause. I mean, according to International Railway Journal, it told that the same routes used by civilians, goods, or you can say cargo, and even army people also. This is one reason. Okay. Number two, according to same thing, according to the same source, number two is less time to carry maintenance. To carry maintenance. Less time to carry maintenance. Okay. So this is the second important thing. Second important thing. Quite important one. Okay. Next, third and most important one is that is according to CAG 2022 report. Those who are new, what is CAG?
Crompton and Assistant General Auditor of
Jeetar ho. Okay. As a CA, you can tell that. Okay. So,
yes, sir.
so Controller Auditor General, my dear friends, these people will try to audit Indians, Indian expenditure.
Indian government bodies.
Yeah, expenditure, not kind of revenue generation. They will try to audit. Okay. So I will come to the point again here. One is clogged routes. Done with that. The second one is low maintenance. Third is according to CAG 2022. There is a shortfall. There is a shortfall in terms of machinery. Okay, there is a shortfall in terms of machinery. You should ask me what is that machinery is about. Okay, for example, track maintenance, then rolling missions. Okay, so this is also the problem. And there is a huge shortfall in the track record cars. I guess you know what is track record car. On the track, some people will move, no? Like in movies they will move, no? Like that will move. I guess that. I don't know how to say in Bengali. It will move. Okay, so that is you can remember. So track record cars also there, and further, CAG also said that there is low inspections. Low inspections in this. Low inspections with respect to track maintenance. Okay. So further, what is next important challenge, which was explained by some independent journalists, some independent reports saying that the assessment of geometry of the tracks, even track signals is also not on the required level. Further, CAG also noted, continuation with that, CAG also noted that Rashtriya Rail Samrakshan Kosh, Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Kosh, Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Kosh. Okay, this was aims to provide funds for the expenditure. or you can say for the railway expenditure works, it will allocate funds for the expenditure, for railway expenditure. My dear friends, the funds allocation was declined. From 2017 to 2020, funds allocation was declined to this Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Kosh. Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Kosh funds were declined. Understood? So this is again a problem with respect to the challenge with respect to the things.
Sir, the funds were declined from which year to which year?
2017 to 2020,
Okay,
and
thank you.
it is very important point, my dear friends, because if there are no funds with the department or the particular section, what they will do? Okay, so that is also one important thing. Further, some media reports saying that over speed also some important thing. Even government reports also mentioned sometimes over speeding is also reason for the derailment. Over speed is also reason for the derailment. Okay, so this is what I can tell you. Okay, what I can tell you, these are the most important points we have to remember. There are many important things like lack of fire extinguishers. This is something is other relevant things, but still these are the most important points you can write. You can add. This is not end. You can add your own notes for the topic. Okay. Further, what kind of suggestions we have to provide? Okay. What kind of suggestions we can provide here? One is separate tracks, at least for the separate tracks, at least for this, cargo. Separate tracks is need of the hour. Next, dedicated funds should be non-corpus. Non-corpus means it will be with the department or the organization itself. So dedicated funds with respect to Rashtriya Rail Sanrakshan Kosh. Rashtriya Rail Sanrakshan Kosh should have dedicated funds. Next, importantly, that is equipments, whatever equipments is needed, those things should be provided. Timely they should provide it. Okay, equipment should be provided. There should be assessment by using technology. Here I would like to tell you, World Economic Forum suggested IoT or artificial intelligence for inspection of in industries. So from that I can tell you, we can use same kind of IoT or artificial intelligence for inspection of tracks. For inspection of tracks should be there. Now the fifth one is, here you can see Kavach. This is Kavach system where it will give anti-collision signals. Okay, so Kavach should be given to all the high-speed trains. So Kavach should be there. So automatic train protection system, and it will try to prevent the collision. So Kavach is already with the Vande Bharat. Some important trains also have Kavach. So Kavach should be there. So it will try to prevent the accidents or collisions. Okay, ma? So Kavach should be there with all the trains, not only the trains, but all the trains should have this Kavach system. Separate cargo, funds, equipments, assessment by technology, taking experience from the IoT or artificial intelligence, we can have it. And then we have Kavach. Quite important one, Kavach. Okay. Next, addressing the vacancies. Addressing the vacancies is one more associated issue. Vacancies should be addressed so that number of staff will be there in the department level so that they can help the railways. Okay, ma'am? So this is the topic for the mains this week. So expected question, you can practice. You can practice and you can send it to me. Okay. So the practice question is, despite of several measures, Indian rails are prone to accidents. Critically examine. Despite of several measures, Indian railways are prone to accidents. Critically analyze. Okay, brother. So please write, and your submission date is by Monday. Okay.
So one question I have, like,
You have two questions also.
so,
I will answer, Shekhar, just a second.
yeah,
So
sure.
the way you have to write is, you have to write in a piece of paper. I know very well that. So paper should have, a kind of margin. And please maintain the time taken for your answer writing. Okay, how much time it took to write that particular answer. Don't stick to my notes. You can work out on the extra points also. Okay, beautiful conclusion and please beautiful introduction should be there. Don't do overaction. Like some girls will be there. For one letter, they will use one color. No need of those overaction things. Don't do overaction, boys. Don't write in rough paper. So please do like this only. Okay. Please maintain some border. Try to have that point of view. I'm not going to check any kind of word limit now. In the coming days, I will fix the word limit also so that you can practice seriously towards the UPSC. This is the question number 1, my dear friends. After 10 questions, I will give a test. You have to write the 10 questions in 90 minutes. If I finish 20 questions in mains, you have to write 3 hours exam for my sake. Should be taken seriously. I will take very seriously. By Monday, I should receive every assignment. Tuesday, if I miss any assignment, I won't conduct any class. Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Take 2 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is what I want to confirm. If you have any other assignments, if you are busy with any other exams, you are excused. No need to explain anything. If you don't have any exams, you have to work out. I don't want to force. It is the most important skill you have to learn. So try to learn it. I'm not forcing. I'm not a Hitler of 2.0. Okay. Chalo. Shekhar, Aarti, just 2 minutes. I will complete Shekhar and come to you.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was just asking about, like, what about, like, other countries, like train system in other countries? Do those
No,
are also prone?
they have, see, the problem with Indian infrastructure is we are over dependent on railways. See, in my point of view, railways absolutely one of the cheapest method. But why we should depend on railways for cargo? We have, B.R. Ambedkar, he suggested inland waterways. Even British used them, but we are not exploring it to pass, to send let us say 1 ton of goods. It will be very cheaper to the waterways. So first of all, decongestion should be there. But one thing. Second thing, other countries, They maintain separate tracks for cargo. If you see Japan had for industries they will maintain separate train routes, and for civilian purpose they had separate train routes. Understood? And they follow a dedicated routes for very dedicated routes for the common areas. There, the others are not allowed. Very safe and secure. Today, our railway tracks are there. Children will play. They will place some stones, and they will watch how stone will be powdered by the train. Stupid fellows! If you found someone like that, kill them immediately. Not kill them, punish them. They should not do it. No. So that is civic behavior. Some people can write. In fact, civic behavior is also important. Sitting across the trains, placing their stones. Sometimes they're keeping iron rods on the iron bars on the track. Civic behavior is also another important solution we can give. Okay. Yes,
The
Shekhar.
slum area all over the
Shekhar.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Clear?
sir.
Hope you are right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Aarti.
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली मेरा असाइनमेंट शायद थोड़ा लेट हो सकता है सर। एक्चुअली मेरा सैटरडे को एक्सीडेंट हो गया, तो मे बी सर्जरी करनी पड़े, तो इसलिए सर शायद थोड़ा डिले हो सकता है, बट मैं कोशिश करूंगी कि विद इन टाइम मैं सबमिट कर दूं।
Take time. No issue. So which part of your body is affected? Any legs or hands?
सर लेग में हुआ है, क्यूनिफॉर्म जो मीडियल क्यूनिफॉर्म बोन है वो मल्टीपल फ्रैक्चर है सर।
Okay. Are you driving scooty?
यस सर।
Scooty is the worst thing in my life. Scooty will skid and it will create a lot of problem. Don't drive scooty. Try Enfield. Okay. Next time, try Enfield. Okay.
ओके सर, श्योर।
Okay. Deepak.
थैंक यू सर।
No issue, Aarti. Deepak.
So I was just adding on, like we do all over the India, we do have slums nearby the railway track all the time.
Hmm.
I have witnessed everywhere where I have visited, there is slum area all just through the rail line. This is one of the main accident all over the India only.
Correct. So we can just work out on how you can use that in the answer writing. Okay. I'll
Okay,
just
sir.
check out your presentation. Done, brothers and sisters. I hope you got clarity over the things. Purane se bhul bhi kota. What is that song? Tell me one more song. I will try next time. Tell me another song. I will try next time. Why you are silent? Hello,
Yes,
Joy.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Why you are silent?
Oh, sir, actually, there's an emergency in the house. We don't have any water in the tap. So I was just gone to the plumber for 2 minutes. That's why I missed your call.
All the best. Okay, I think you are not going to say any song. Okay. Vaishu purane se dhime rakha bul bikere hai. Okay.
सर आपने मैंने मेरा सिलेबस भेज दिया था, आपने देखा था?
Yeah,
चेक किया?
I done with that, Aarti, but I will. I'm just thinking because current issues are more, so I
Yes, sir.
just postponed it. Sorry for it. Okay.
ओके, नो इशू सर। और
But-
मैंने एक आर्टिकल भी सेंड किया था।
I will definitely reply through mail for you. Okay.
श्योर सर, ओके
If possible, check out night itself, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay.
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू सर।
Yeah. So next important thing is the BRICS meeting is going on. So for that, we should have a basics about BRICS. So BRICS is, BRICS is an organization which is evolved from the 2006 onwards. So later, then we have only 3 countries called as the BRIC, and BRIC was supported by the people called as institution called as Goldman Sachs and a British economist called as Jim O'Neill. I think in one of the public service commission exam, I'm not remembering the exact state, they gave the question that which among the following the reason for the BRICS. They gave Putin, Modi sir, Manmohan Singh, and even this person called as Jim O'Neill. This person has an important role. And apart from this person, there is one more institute called as Goldman Sachs, an organization, economic organization.
Bank.
These two people played an important role. They influenced the countries. How they influenced the countries? They said if Brazil, Russia, India, and China, if they join together, they will become the alternative to the Western forces in the globe. So these countries joined together on the recommendations in 2006. Okay. So then in 2009, South Africa joined here, 2009. And then in 2010, formally entered into and became the BRICS. So every year, summit will conduct in one countries. They will pass in a alphabet, in order. If you see the country which is hosting BRICS, the last year 2022 was conducted by China. 2022 BRICS summit was conducted by China. Can you guess what is the next country?
South Africa.
So 2023 the summit is going to happen in South Africa. Can you guess 2024?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Absolutely correct. So this is how the trick is. Okay. So BRICS, quite important one. I told you two important persons are there. One is a person called as Jim O'Neill, and the organization called as Goldman Sachs. And why important BRICS? It represents 41% of global population and 24% of global GDP. Not a small number, my dear friends. 41% means almost half of the population of the world. Why? Because India and China are there. So that is the one thing.
The Goldman Sachs is a bank, I guess.
Yes, the financial institution, bank.
Okay, yes, a bank. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is the story of BRICS, a brief BRICS story. I will take up this in when summit was started. Right now, foreign ministers meeting is going on. We have to understand the major in IR classes you will get to know what are the major principles of BRICS, in the sense what is BRICS Bank, what is New Development Bank, what is BRICS Rail Agreement. So all the things we will cover in a separate class or a video. I will make it, and I will definitely help you in that. But this is the basic information. Just have an idea. So BRICS is now going to happen meeting there, and try to focus it. So BRICS, okay. Next we have oil reserves issue. Oil reserves in salt caravans. So quite important article in two aspects. Again, in the mains point of view, this is important. First and foremost, under which topic it will be covered? General Studies paper 3, under the section called as energy. Under the section called as energy, it will be covered. Now, I would like to tell you what is the whole topic is about. Before going to understand the topic, try to understand the main issue. 85% of India's energy demands are met by crude oil. We became the third largest crude oil consumer according to Global Energy Outlook. Third largest energy consumer. Third largest energy consumer is India. Okay. I will tell you one incident happened in the history. In 1970s, Arab-Israel war was happened. In 1990s, Gulf War was happened. If you don't know what is Arab-Israel War, what is Gulf War, just read a Contemporary World Politics book, a very interesting book which will Contemporary World Politics, class 12th NCRT, best book which give you basics for international relations. Okay, best book which will give international relations. Okay, so just have an idea. Now coming to the point, that is when these wars are happened, oil supply was stopped. When oil supply was stopped, my dear friends, what is the conditions? What is the role of the countries which are dependent on it? So the countries which are dependent on the supply of oil, they will suffer. Absolutely, they will suffer. Okay. So I told you, if something is going wrong in the oil generating countries or the oil rich countries, it is going to affect on the countries which are dependent on the oil. I think you should remember this point very long. So countries decided to have special reserves. So you see, storing oil is not an easy task because inflammable people are there, people will be there, they will be affected. So countries decided to some containers, but containers are not very huge expenditure, temperature maintenance, metal should not react with oil. So metal should not react with oil, and then temperature issues will be there. And if there is changing in the temperature, if any chemical is nearby it, it will react. So there are a lot of things are there. So a natural solution was brought by the governments. That natural solution is strategic petroleum reserves. That natural solution is strategic petroleum reserves. Strategic petroleum reserves, quite important thing we have to understand. Okay, so this strategic petroleum reserves is quite important. And now what is important is for us, most of the strategic petroleum reserves in India are rock caravans. Okay, most of the strategic petroleum reserves in India are rock caravans. Now, Government of India conducting a kind of research over the over the topic called as salt caravans. So now we are going to see salt caravans in India. I will explain about what is the difference between the both. And also I will tell you what are the special features of salt caravans, quite important for next year prelims. Okay. But before that, I would like to repeat what I discuss till now. I told you there is Arab Israel. If there is something wrong in the oil producing country, it is going to affect the countries which are dependent. So countries will develop the storage facilities, and one of the storage facility is rock caravans. But India is now moving towards the salt caravans. Now, first of all, how many strategic petroleum reserves are there in India? How many strategic petroleum reserves are there in India? Okay. So, in India, we have strategic petroleum reserves in Visakhapatnam, Mangaluru, Paduru. Visakhapatnam, Mangaluru and Paduru. Remember, Mangaluru and Paduru both are in Karnataka itself. Visakhapatnam is in Andhra Pradesh. I repeat again. So India had three places: Visakhapatnam, Mangaluru and Paduru. And who will maintain them? Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Under Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, they are maintained by, most important question, Nana, I'm expecting this question. They are maintained by Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Limited. Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Limited. Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Limited. these people will maintain, and the engineering support will be given by Engineering India Limited. So quite important political administrative point of information, my dear friends. So naturally, they will do that. Visakhapatnam, Mangaluru, Paduru are the three locations. Visakhapatnam, Paduru and Mangaluru. Visakhapatnam, Mangaluru, Paduru, and then it maintained by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, and under it, Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Limited will maintain. Indian Strategic and Petroleum Limited will maintain, and under them, under their guidance only, EIL will also work. As of today, we have 5.3 metric tons of storage capacity. Million metric tons, 5.3 million metric tons. So as of today, India can say 5.3 million metric tons, which can manage hardly 74 days. Very less. China even having more than 100 days. That is 74 days we can run country without without importing oil. But for China, it is plus 100. We have to learn from China itself. Okay, my dear friends, we came to know what is exactly happening in India with respect to petroleum reserves. We understood it is a natural rock caverns, Visakhapatnam, Mangaluru, Paduru, 5.3 million metric tons capacity, maintained by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, and Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Limited is there. What do you mean by salt caravans is about? In fact, USA is having completely salt caravans. So salt caravans is simply, they will try to create a brine solution, and in the brine solution, they will inject the, brine solution is there, and this will be dissolved. After dissolving, they will add crude oil here. Okay, they will add crude oil here. Now, interestingly, when they are conducting an experiment, MIT scientists found that if a salt caravan added brine solution, you know what is a brine solution? That is water dissolved with salt. And if this is dissolved, and after that it is dried, okay, if it is dried, then a space will be created in the underground, and in the underground they will fill the oil. You can see here brine is there, and then oil is there. Okay, so brine is there and oil is there. You can see the image which will beautifully explain here. So brine and then oil, they will be there. You can ask me a question, sir, will it not impact the oil, the brine solution? MIT scientists found that nothing is impacting here. And they also stated this is the easiest and the most efficient method of storing the oil. That is salt caravans. Okay, so easiest way and even the cheapest way also. That is the thing. So salt caravans are now going to see. So you should remember this example. That is, they will add the soil to this called as brine solution. Then they will add the oil. Okay, so they can store it for the longer time. Right now, India conducting experiments in Rajasthan. In Barmer. In Barmer, they are conducting experiments. Okay, ma? So this is the story of salt caravans. Okay, so we'll wait and watch for the next developments, and we'll see. Now, please answer these questions. I will wait for 10 seconds. Don't hurry. 10 seconds. Then you can give the answer.
Anti-collision.
Sir, anti-collision.
I said 10 seconds. Cut. Anyway, correct answer. So right now, to which of the following trains Kavach is available? Jan Shatabdi, Rajdhani, Vande Bharat.
Vande Bharat.
Huh?
Vande Bharat.
Very good. Next question, please. Changi 5. I haven't discussed, but try to guess. Changi 5 is initiative of.
China.
Very
China.
good. Very good.
It's
It's
China.
China. Very good. Next, Tiangong. Tiangong is
China.
initiative of which of the
India and
following?
China. A.
India and China.
China.
Aha. India and China, na. I know you will guess the answer.
None.
B. Sir, none.
It's none
None,
because
none,
only
none.
China.
Hey, it is. Do you think you are playing dosa, turning the dosa and waiting for taste? Ennadai, you are shifting the answers immediately. If all people said India and China, now turning the dosa and telling none. Anyway, who said only none in the first instance?
So I said
None.
that.
Yeah, Joy, you said China and India.
No, sir, I said China only, and then I found the options were not there, so I said none. I said only China.
Okay, जीते रहो. Okay, so none is the
सर
correct
मैंने
answer.
भी सिर्फ चाइना ही बोला था.
आप तो China बोला, so wrong answer.
Okay, sir.
Options are not there, no? You are correct, in fact. Okay, so
C.
tell me the next question answer. Who will maintain, not ministry? Which department is maintain strategic petrol regions?
Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserve Limited.
Where are the strategic petrol regions are located in India?
Sir,
Rajasthan.
Visakhapatnam, Mangaluru, Koduru, I guess.
Koduru.
Very good. Which country is maintaining salt caravans right now?
USA.
So USA.
Does India doesn't have any salt caravans?
Experiment is going on
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
Experiment is
Experiment
going
is
on
going on
in
in Rajasthan.
That's enough for me today. I don't eat any dinner today. I'm very happy with your with your performance. Okay. Thank you so much for your
Sir,
patience.
for
with me.
IR, we have to read old NCRT or new NCRT.
You have old NCRT.
So for IR, we have to read to read from old NCRT or new one.
New one is better, Srinjay.
Okay, sir.
Fine,
Yeah,
brothers. Fine, my dear friends. And kya bola? Whatever. I'm done with the class. Hope you love the class, and I'm waiting for your feedback. Nothing. What is the class? If you are extremely happy with the class, give me these symbols. If you are not happy with the class, give me these symbols. If you want to curse me, if you want to gali dena to a dena, okay? Don't give me gali, okay?
So, could
Fine.
you type down your mail?
Mr. T, you said something, not Mrs. T, I think. Miss T, you said something, I guess.
Yes, sir.
What, Miss T, what I can help you?
Sir, can you type your mail?
Sure. My dear friend, you can have it. It's okay. LYAN, Kalyan, Sir. Correction. Done. Even
Thank you, sir.
no issue. Check it. If your number is also available there, just text it. Kaushal, you are in the class. Not even
Yes, sir.
not even responding when.
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, Kaushal. Hope you enjoy the class, anyone, and everyone. Hope you enjoy the class, and all the best. See you in the weekend. Take care and bye bye. Namaste and take care about your health.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Night. Thank you and Jai Hind.